Hey, what's up, YouTube? PR35 here. Today, I'm going to show you my new Sharon map I have made. It's still in a work in progress. I've only done 3 blocks out of the whole 60 blocks that's in this town. It's gonna be a very, very, very tedious project, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it. Today, we're gonna go over, what I've done so far. So the first one is the park, McVeigh, and a house, and a home, and a couple homes within that area. The other one I just worked on last night is a business district with apartments and it's about 3 homes and a car wash. And then what I worked on today, which still needs to be worked on because there's nothing inside it. There's no doors or windows on the sides at all. So yeah, but the antenna, that's the most detailed so far. But let's dig into this, and we'll if you haven't already, I've made some time-lapse videos of each area I've worked on so far. So I'd advise you to check it out, and let's get started. Okay, let's get started, shall we? This is the McVeigh Center, like I said before. This is what it actually looks like inside, but it's not but everything is not correct. So I'm not Mr. Perfect here. So right here is the office for office for the church, which is the United Methodist Church, which I have not got to yet, but I will go soon. Over here is the pros youth group. This is where they all fellowship, and everyone fellowships out here. The same deal. This is the food pantry. But no, everything, if you see anything empty, don't quote on me that anyways, because I will get to that in the future. Let's start over here. A playroom, which is I'm on to. This is where the storage of the frozen food is at. So if you look inside, there's raw foods. And it was pretty easy. All I had to do was just click on it. I get that, and then I started placing. So yeah, it duplicates everything. So you got a whole wall of raw food. All right, so sorry, sorry about that. I had a scratch. Over here is the kitchen. Over here is the kitchen area, in from the McVeigh Center. You can see that there's the sinks, so the cauldrons, and countertops with the black wool, and then you got that big fridge over there. It's bigger fridge than your typical. And here is another study area, like it isn't for something. All right, these 2 doors lead into the fitness center. So if you ever wanted to work out, you can come in here. And this is supposed to be the biangular machine. This is when you lift down when you're lifting weights, you're actually pulling down, so the weights will go up. But in this case, the pistons are just going to push it down. Doesn't make sense. But you can maybe use it as if you're pushing that lever up, you're putting weight onto it and it lifts up. And these are a few treadmills. But due to limitations, there isn't a lot. There is a lot more machines than they have. Some only have the biangular and the treadmills. I think I've showcased this area. Out here is where people would go in. You would go into this door, and then there is a Vital Fitness. So We're gonna start with this house next, because, well, there's nothing in the house, you can kind of tell. But if you look out here in here, okay, so yeah, when you drop them, they copy. So just keep in mind. Oops. I don't want. Okay, never mind. I didn't want. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Okay, let's just use our hands. Okay, so this is a garage. It's for the house. It's empty, but I will put stuff. So also, please, like I said, don't quote on me yet, because I am gonna be adding more furniture and that stuff to it. You know, I don't know every house in the Minecraft and in this whole town. So, oh, you can kind of see the chest down here. It likes to disappear. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, you know, I'm building every house, but these houses will look like this, like you would see in Minecraft. Now, the only thing you can't do is mine down, because when you dig in there, there's cyan clay, which kind of is supposed to mimic the roads. You got the trees that are in the the correct spots. Here's one of the canopies in the park. The little gazebo. Don't even look at that, because you gotta walk up the stairs to get to. There's no stairs. And this is the basketball hoop. The basketball court in the park. And this, I'm trying to do this all in 1:1 scale. So really hope that you can, you know, maybe shout in the comments and say, do your best of building this. You can actually look at it in Google Maps too and see the whole street view. And that's street, well, you know, street view as well, but street view isn't really available in New Sharon because it's just a small town. It only does the main roads like Main Street and Market Street, and that's it. It doesn't go through the small ones like South Pine or Mulberry Street or High Street or anything like that. So right here you got your playground with a weird looking playground. It's supposed to be a slide. And these are your swings. Up here you got a water tower that actually does have water. You can kind of tell it's like condensation coming from the bottom. So if I do this, water will actually fall. Oh, huh, that's funny. It's just a little drop and then just evaporated in the air. Must be very warm out today. This is the city park building. You know, will people come through here to get food, or they, or during election day, it's open for voting. And of course, if you kind of see, there's a barrier under here, so that's why that's holding it up. So actually, you know, it's really good to hear that. Okay, yeah, if you're seeing that message, it means it's on my server, but it's on you know, an offline private server, so you won't be able to access it. That's how I get like world edit for it. I know there's a mod for it, but I prefer the servers better because it's not like so complicated. I think we've covered this place, so let's go on to the next. Let's go on to the next blocks. This block right here is the business district with a few houses. Like I think there's technically 4 houses in here. We're gonna go through this one first, and here a shop that is not even owned yet. It used to be Ralphie's Reruns at the time. Now it's just sitting there collecting dust. But the top apartments are actually livable. They have some of them are furnished, some of them are not. I think one of them's not, so I think it's this one. Yeah, there's nothing in here, so you gotta make your own bed from sheep. Yeah. Yeah, just one is not furnished, and you can look outside. So these are the apartments up here. The next place is the Capri Theater, which is going to be another work in progress. So, you know, you don't really see anything. You just see there's a cash register and the ticket box. But if you walk in here, yeah, that's what's coming soon. A Hand Over Fire. And what's now playing is Donkey Kong. And then there's technically a lot more seats in there, but you know, due to limitations in Minecraft, is all one block. So you probably know that by now. All right, so next place is, you know, this is where the projector sits and glares it at the screen. And then over here is the bathrooms. Boys, girls. People need to keep their toilet seats down. Alright, so next on here is okay, we've explored this area. Excuse me. I have kind of like a hiccups. But anyways, this room right here is like, you know, this window ain't tiny at all. But if you look inside, every time you walk by, actually in real life, you can just see that little lone table sitting in there. And then there's an apartment upstairs, which we can get back to very quickly, do it in a short. This is Yardowski Dance Studio. This is where like little girls come and dance, and this is what I've looked inside through the door or the window, and I seen this huge mat on the floor, so that's probably what it looks like inside. Because I haven't been in there. It used to be a senior citizen center. And the next thing on our list is the laundromat. These are supposed to be washers, and these are supposed to be dryers. So they kind of sound like working with the kind of sound like when you're working with them. So when you open and close the shulker boxes. This is another work in progress. I have not placed any furniture or anything in yet, but it's a store that used to be a consignment store or a collector. It says collections something, but now it's something called So What. So what I mean by so what, it's as in sewing, so as in SEW, and then what. And then right here is another business building that I haven't built it. It's called Define Styling, and it's a hair salon. This used to be the Define Styling, but it's a lot smaller. Now it's a house. So when you walk through here, you got this little garden area and the hedge over there. And let's go back here to go see that apartment that you can get access to. So when you come here, your apartment access to this spot is right here. You walk in, you got your beds, your chests, a crafting table, and the furnaces. And you look down, there's the other side of the business street, which doesn't have any windows yet. Any windows or doors or anything furnished inside. This is a building. This is a house that every time I walk by, this in real life you don't actually see on the other side of the fence. It's just all white. And you hear dogs on the other side, so I should probably put some dogs in here barking or wolves. But yeah, that's not the entrance to the house, that is. But you can see there's a couple beds, crafting tables, large chests too. This is, and I think the guy owns this car wash. You can see the drains in here. Yes, every little detail of this town is not going to be perfect. This right here is another house that is just generically made. It's just another generic house, and it has a furnace. It has 4 furnaces, three anvils, a crafting table right here. We got 4 brewing stands, the enchanting table with level 30 with the max enchantments, and then you got a couple beds here. Alright. Right here is a house similar to that, and it has the enchantments of level 30 as well, because I used a structure block to put it in there. You got you got a couple chests, 3 furnaces, and a couple beds. So the other thing I would like to point out is, you know, the unfinished area that needs to be worked on is the... No, sorry I yawned. This is the other part of the business district, which is the grocery store right here, and then right across from it is Amy's office. We all know her name's Amy, but she owns the McGriff Insurance Agency, so yeah. This is supposed to be flour, etc., so I'm just gonna put a bunch of flowers instead of all those gifts in there. And then finally they have the bank over here, and then there's like another apartment thing that goes up here. This is Crow Road. No, this is a Crow Road right here, and this is another apartment, like I said, and this is supposed to be Locks Unlimited. And right here is the medical center, and then down here we got this little building, that's US Cellular. And we got an antique store. I want to call it the treasure chest because that's what it says. And finally we got it used to be a restaurant here, so it's not anymore. So it used to be called the Cottage Corner, but now it's just a big old house. So this is pretty much it from this. No, not yet. So we forgot this. You know, this little building is just where you know, a storage area, I believe. Will also have like a chemical things on them. And then finally we got the cell tower for this, and this one's probably the most detailed one we got right now. And you know, that's going to conclude the video. If you have any suggestions, please leave a comment below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. But we'll get to yeah, we will. See you later, guys. And you have a good day. Peace.